school level. That is why we are starting civilization very early to know the gaps we have in our schools. Because already the quota given to us by HR, we have already distributed those teachers in our schools. So feeling that at the moment we are happy with the percentage we have in our schools. Later to realize that some of those teachers are having references at the college that they are supposed to clear, and we are not supposed to post them. So far in our schools we are having a lot of gaps that we really don't know when these teachers will clear their references so that they can be posted to schools. Now, actually what the ministry is doing is, I think the teachers are not helping themselves, because when they are enrolled at the Gambia College, you know, some of them would not credit English and maths, especially HTC students. Now, the first thing they normally tell them is they should try by all means and work on those areas, that is to have credit in maths and English language. But it seems teachers don't pay heed to that, because they would not work on that until when they are qualified. They would not have any reference at the college, but then the problem will be they will fail to credit English or mathematics, and it's compulsory for them to credit these two subjects. Otherwise, when they come back to the system, like the e-learning, you know, it's going to be a double expense on government. They train them at the college, come back to the system, you want to train them again on English language and mathematics. That one is not fair. So that is why I think government is doing very well. Like they are there, if they don't clear their references, we cannot post them and they will not be paid. So definitely this is what the government is doing, so that anybody that is enrolled next year will know that it's my duty to work on my English language and mathematics, because these are the core subjects. When we are posting teachers, we find it very difficult to fill these gaps. You go to upper basic schools, most of the principals will complain about maths. I don't have maths teacher, I don't have science teacher. But we will be having a lot of SES, we will have a lot of agric science, some will be overstaffed with these teachers. But when it comes to these key areas like mathematics and science, you know, most of the teachers will have gap in those areas. So definitely, I think it's high time for teachers to improve themselves on maths and science. And if you go to the Gambia College, provided you are in the college does not mean that you have everything. No, you are there because some of them would not meet the criteria, but because the college want to meet the target number that they need at the college, they would still enroll these teachers, but then they will give them the priority or the chance to work on these areas. But then, like, if they enter in the college, it seems they feel relaxed and, you know, will not worry to work on those areas.
It is not news to you that quite a good number of schools were closed in Region 1 and 2. As a region, are you confronted with issues of placement, having to, you know, absorb some of these students in some of the affected schools into the system?
Samuel, thank you. Yeah, as a region, we have some of these schools closed, but so far we have not been receiving placement issues as a problem, though we know they are there. And the few individuals that have been coming to us so far is less than 10. But I know as a region, with the public schools around, we are yet to face that kind of a problem where students have no place in our schools. So far, so good. For the number of schools closed, there is the capacity in the public schools to absorb most of them, because here as a region, we are blessed by 5 new schools, public schools. We have 2 senior secondary schools that are open, and 3 new lower basic schools that are also open. And looking at their location, that will go a long way in sort of trying to address that part of what we fear. We are yet to have any problems in terms of placement so far.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Viewers, you are reminded that you're watching the Education Forum, and we are here in Region 2 talking about the back to school. Mam Tamsir Njie, can you briefly tell our Wolof viewers what we have been discussing?
jërëjëf bokk yi ñu ngi leen di fàttali ne ñu ngi seetaan penc mi nga xam ne moom la ñu jagleel njàngalekat yi xale yi jàng waajur yi li ñuy waxtaanee tey mooy mbiri jàngi xale yi naam school ubbi na wala dañu ñëw fii ci biir Kaama West Coast Region pour waxtaanee ak suñuy jàngalekat yi waajur yi ngir seet ndax amul benn jafe-jafe boo xam ne ñu ngi koy jànkuwante fii ci jàngu yi.
Programme o ñi back to school pour nama dinka kan lamo laali wolo ñinti ni karambugo yeleta wulu laali ci caal anin karandingol amune expect karambugo to na kaca fanna tata minna wolo ñinti karambugo to karango kenya contact hours anin na tical ke post karambugo to nyaadi safo kaca ko be mo wala si nin karambugo yeleta nga expect ko wululal nyanta dindingol bulala le ta school ado ni tata karambugo to wululal fana nyanta expect lale ko nyanta tical tarrajele men yalon ko nyanta dindingol karandila yo dindingol ni be karandila be karandila fannal men fananna wo kol be nyanta tara setrinne jannin karabun ka yele ado nga kudo fana fonu de men keta am teacher posting si ay nyinin karo ke ka tical post karambugo to nyaadile gay ko man sakunda luwa men landi wolo nyinti ko karambu membe gambe kono jang nyanta katalale ila tical men yalon ko qualified tical long ila percentage nyanta taral for 70% karambul be nyanta wosoto lal adu ni wosoto fana ibaje le kon ka contact awe men nyin wolon keme sey tan sey anen tan sey man sakunda e wolo fo contact awas ko karambul nyanta wala soto la yo balantolla region tuja nka katale fo nga tambi wola karambugo dol fo nga wol katale fo ye keme kononto soto men siara woti adu wo kay wo mu kuleti me yalon ko na region o nyantam fantentula wala ni wo bota je fana ka calendar fanande da ka fo me flexible calendar region wo region membe gambeja masakunda e nyin nyanto dilale pour ise la calendar de da o calendar pour ñing kambala tol la karambuntu ta anala alfal nim dindiwol be ibe la da hase tarano nyame kaatu ne region 1 jibe inin region 2 la kol ka fatal region 2 nin 3 ka fatal 3 nin 4 ka fatal woto nimbe calendar de dal calendar ñing ka atol region o alla kol be nyame ka de da wol nyame region 2 na ali akoros ñing sangolan tol nga karambo yele karoti tan nin woro wulal ba region 1 ma yele wala woto sai ni ko back to school wolo nyinti wululal tical anin education official mbe nga den kadda ngaje ko karawon ka men nyini je nga soto anyama.
I am here to represent the headmaster of Brikama Lower Basic School. My name is Lamin M.K. Sanya. Back to school, as you have said, we have problems on children coming to school the first day of the term. Why? Because most parents have this belief that Region 2 or other schools like Methodist schools that open on the 24th assume that schools have not opened till on the 24th. This is what they say. But as our school, we have started teaching the first day we opened, that is on the 17th. The moment you started teaching, other children, if they go, they will tell their colleagues that we have started learning. In turn, the second day, you'll see a lot of children coming. I think it was on the 18th we settled because we had quite a number of children that attended school, and we started earnest teaching on the 18th itself.
back to